Are you struggling with staying active, or are you starting a new exercise routine and you want to create a new training plan? In this video, I'm going to be giving you my 6 simple steps to create an effective training plan to take your training to the next level. So make sure you stick around until the end. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Boy here, and in today's video I'm going to be helping you create your own individual training plan. Training plans are not just for athletes and people who go to the gym. You can benefit from having a good training plan regardless of what activity you do or what your ability is. The training plan I'm going to be making in today's video is the training plan I'm going to be using for my 4-week isolation challenge. So without further ado, let's get started. So to make your own training plan, here's what you're going to need. A whiteboard with a whiteboard pen, or you could just use paper and pen. A blank weekly planner with times on it, that way you can plan what you're going to be doing in each day. A blank session plan. There is a link in the description below for both the weekly planner and the session plan. So go ahead, pause the video, download that, print it off, and we can get started. Step number 1, set your goals. This is an important part of designing a training plan. You wouldn't get into a car and just drive for no reason. Well, exercise is exactly the same. What do you want to gain from it? My goal for this session plan is to lose weight. So more specifically, I would set the goal to lose 3.5 kilos. When setting your goals, make sure that you use the S.M.ART acronym. S stands for specific. What do you want to achieve? Be very specific. It will help you with the further steps. M stands for measurable. You must be able to see the progress you're making towards the goal. So my goal is measurable because I can weigh myself and see the results. A stands for achievable. It must be something that you're physically capable of achieving in the time frame you have. Looking back at my example, 3.5 kilos works out to be about 0.9 kilos a week, which is something I know I'm more than capable of achieving. R stands for relevant. The goal must be specific to you and what activity you do or you want to do. Don't set the goal because that's the norm and that's what everyone does. T stands for time. Make sure that you set a time frame you aim to have the goal completed by. This will not only help you with the planning, but it will help you with your motivation whilst doing the plan. Step number 2, creating a training schedule. If you have a lot going on in your life, it may be difficult to plan times to exercise. So make sure that you have a training schedule ahead of time. It can help you include regular exercise in your daily routine. So get your weekly planner, fill in all the times you have commitments you can't change. After you've done that, you can then see where you have gaps available, and then you can put activities in those slots. When you're making your schedule, firstly consider your goals. This may affect scheduling. For example, if you want to improve your cardiovascular endurance, you'd need to plan longer steady-state sessions. Secondly, consider your recovery time. It is very important to allow enough time in between each session to recover, but also if your goal has fitness in mind, you don't want to have so much time in between your session that you lose fitness. A good rule of thumb if you're starting out is to allow 2 to 3 days in between each session. Step number 3, this one's really important. Consider what equipment and facilities you have access to. There is no point having the most detailed training plan and then not having a means to complete it. So make sure that you design a training plan based on the equipment and facilities you have access to in the time you've scheduled that activity. Step number 4, designing your session plan. Things you need to consider for your session plans are: include a warm-up and a cool-down. An example of a warm-up I like to do is I start off on the foam roller and then move on to dynamic stretches. You never want to do static stretches for warm-up because not only are your muscles not warm, so you could injure yourself, but there's very little movement, so you're not actually warming up. Okay, so there's a few things I'd just like to say. I didn't realise that I said that during the recording, but you can do static stretches during warm-up. Just make sure you're really warm, that way you don't injure yourself. But there's been a lot of research done showing that if you do dynamic stretches over static stretches during a warm-up, you benefit far better. But also doing static stretching at the end of your session builds your flexibility. So that's just something to consider when you're doing your training plan. So anyway, back to the video. Generally, training plans last 4 to 6 weeks long. Any longer than that and your body will get used to the activity and you'll stop progressing. So this is very important if you're looking into gaining fitness. Start at a low intensity and gradually increase. This helps to reduce stiffness and soreness in your muscles. If you're doing frequent sessions, have easier and harder sessions. This allows proper recovery in between sessions. For those designing a gym workout, bodybuilding.com is a really good website and I've been using it for a few years now, and you can find different exercises that you can do on there. Step number 5, go test out your session plan. This is the best part. You get to see your work put into action. Here you can see the effects of a well-planned training session has. Don't worry if it doesn't work, especially if it's your first training plan. You can always change aspects of it to improve it in the future. Step number 6, review your training plan. Review each session, review the weekly schedule, review the entire training plan. Change the bits that you don't like or that don't work. By doing this, you're more likely to enjoy the activity you're doing. That is how you create a training plan. A few other things you can do are to test yourself before, during and after the training plan. That way you can track your progress. And for more motivation, keep a diary on how you feel physically and emotionally. Make sure you focus on the positives. So for example, you're now able to go up the stairs without getting tired, or you feel more energetic after a workout. This will help to keep yourself motivated. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button and comment below. If you want to check out my social isolation challenge where I'll be using this training plan, click here. For more other cool content and informative videos just like this one, hit that subscribe button. It will keep you updated with the latest videos. And as usual, ladies and gentlemen, adios.